49 northbound.
Tontitown, Arkansas, February 7th, 2024. Driver Corey Mercier, 21 years old and wanted by multiple agencies, was spotted operating a U-Haul that had been flagged for investigation on United States Highway 412. When Benton County units attempted to stop the vehicle, Mercier immediately accelerated, threading through heavy traffic and fleeing.
Do they want me to take primary in this pursuit?
Seven to 15. Is this like a typical U-Haul truck?
You can show me primary.
As the pursuit entered Tontitown, several units attempted tactical vehicle interventions, but Mercier repeatedly evaded them, running red lights and driving into oncoming lanes.
Hold L15.
Go ahead.
Denton County's advising to set up for TBI. They're coming into contact.
I'm driving. Heavy traffic.
Hold on, yes. We're going to patch Washington County, small towns, and Benton County. Towards the interstate, I'll be just north of Springdale. Let me know which way he's going. Okay, we got a bunch of traffic here. I think that's going to end up getting...
One tactical vehicle intervention spun the U-Haul around, but he reversed away and continued running, creating additional collisions with patrol cars.
Okay. Turning south on Industrial.
Probably come on it up.
TGI, do not rush the vehicle. TGI, do not rush the vehicle.
Coming a pit at south and into.
2 mils. Chill out. You got away from us.
Damn.
Step from my car. One step from my car.
Main County's patched already.
Alright, I'm 14 bleed. I'm secondary. Continuing eastbound through King George. Temple eastbound through King George. With the intersection of 48 right now, you're taking the interstate going northbound.
Copy.
Direction southbound.
Once on Interstate 49 southbound, troopers coordinated a series of controlled strikes, forcing the U-Haul to a complete stop.
49 northbound. TBI at the scales. Started 1016, Tontitown unit, direct down, float over. Started Central, sorry, I'm here.
Oh, you're good. Medical's in there.
Show me his fucking head! Shut the fuck up!
Mercier continued resisting commands, requiring officers to break the window to gain control. Mercier and passenger Trenton Johnson were taken into custody. Inside the vehicle, officers located 2 9mm firearms and 2 Molotov cocktails. A total of 8 patrol vehicles were damaged, bringing Mercier's flight to an end. Flippin, Arkansas, May 2nd, 2010. A trooper spotted William Jared Allison driving a white Ford Fusion at 80 miles per hour in a 55 zone on United States Highway 62-412. When he noticed the patrol unit, Allison immediately accelerated, turned onto 62B, then County Road 7041, before doubling back across an open field and nearly striking a truck head-on. He swerved into the oncoming lane at the last second to avoid a crash.
1037. White passenger car. Getting on 62B. Here across from Alfie. Tucker. Turning into flipping. He's all over the road. I'm getting them to catch up to him.
Just be real aware of all the other traffic there in town.
For Adam Lincoln Young, 18 AOY, 18
10 for Fulton.
Allison continued recklessly into Flippin, reaching more than 75 miles per hour in a 35 zone, braking hard at times and swerving as if impaired. He then sped up Highway 178, turned onto Business Center Drive, and eventually circled through a large field trying to find a way out.
Just before he got to school, we're going towards Texas.
Harrison, I'm on my way over there. I'm still on that home though.
Crossing the field, headed north.
See if Marion County's getting any closer.
10 for Arthur.
Flippin Police Department units stayed behind him, and when the Fusion headed north, the trooper blocked his path and executed a successful tactical vehicle intervention, bringing the vehicle to a stop.
Hands! Hands, now!
Allison was taken into custody, transported for medical evaluation with minor injuries, and now faces multiple charges. Florida, August 20th, 2024. Angelina Marie Stillwell was located driving a yellow Chevrolet Malibu while fleeing from Alabama police and heading into Florida. When the Florida trooper activated lights and siren, she immediately accelerated, pushing her speed to 120 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and entering a construction zone where workers and officers were present.
Stay here exactly minutes. Nor King 08 Charles at the time. Nor King 08 Charles. Nor King 08 Charles. I got him here. Eastbound I-10 with black rims. Yes. Gonna have black rims. We're eastbound. Yep, he's already seen me. He's going through traffic. Eastbound, I'm working 116, see if that vehicle's left.
Yeah, I'm behind it. Remember King, Zulu, 8 Charles.
Eastbound.
Stillwell continued driving at more than 115 miles per hour, nearly striking a deputy's vehicle and continuing to disregard everyone's safety.
Driver accident. No, we're not. Watch that deputy.
The 29. S-50s asking if you want their helos.
Yeah, get it up. Sorry, as soon as I get this run right here, I'm going to hit it. Stand by.
Seeing the danger escalate, the trooper executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the Malibu to spin sideways and crash into a guardrail, coming to a complete stop.
Coming up on 110.
Hit. Copy pit. Hit. Copy pit. Copy pit.
We're just west of 110. We're just west of 110.
Stillwell was pulled out safely. A check revealed she had never held a driver's license and is now charged with fleeing and eluding at high speed and driving without a license. Arkansas, September 12, 2020. The Conway Police Department reported that a 2015 Ford Mustang that had been stolen was fleeing on Interstate 40. When the initial unit lost sight of it, other units positioned themselves to block its direction of travel. The Mustang reappeared in Morrilton and continued accelerating, exceeding 120 miles per hour, braking hard and weaving through narrow roads.
Now it's going to try to set up spots at the Oak Grove one-lane bridge. I'm a couple miles, few miles north of you. Morrilton let me come by, but Atkins, somebody let Atkins PD let me go by him. Looks like he's gonna try and do it. Take his feet back up. If he takes too long, there's a one-lane bridge going down the hill. Be careful.
In the Pine Ridge area, the driver repeatedly slammed the brakes, causing minor contact with the pursuing unit.
We took a run on this curve. I don't know if there's no road behind it.
At the intersection of State Highway 326, a precise pit maneuver caused the Mustang to lose control.
Shut down the whole road. Without this stop sign,
A follow-up intervention pushed the vehicle down into a ditch, ending the chase.
He's surrounded, he's off in the ditch. We got him here. On 326.
The suspect was removed safely. When asked, was it worth it? He calmly replied that he knew he would be caught, so he tried to run a little longer before stopping. Brown County, Wisconsin, August 16, 2019. Jonathan Tees, a suspect under the influence of drugs, was spotted driving dangerously on Shuring Road. When officers approached, he immediately fled, initiating a high-speed pursuit across Outagamie County into Brown County. Tees repeatedly drove the wrong way on Interstate 41, weaved through traffic, and held speeds near 100 miles per hour, throwing traffic into chaos. Stop sticks were deployed but avoided. The pickup continued through several narrow roads before entering Interstate 43 and using ramps to escape. A deputy eventually moved ahead through a blind curve and executed a precise TVI, forcing Tees to stop. He fled on foot and ran into a nearby store but was quickly subdued with a taser. After 45 minutes, the pursuit ended safely. Tease was taken into custody and faces multiple charges related to endangerment, fleeing, and resisting. Charlotte, Arkansas, June 22, 2023. Troopers identified the driver of the sedan as a wanted subject who had fled from Newport earlier. When Arkansas State Police Unit C-45 approached on Highway 25, the driver immediately accelerated, repeatedly changing direction and weaving across multiple lanes. Not at high speed, but in a manner that was still extremely risky.
Passing the north end of Galloway, 122, speeds to 57, speeding up to about 60. Appears to be occupied in time. Unknown if there's somebody else in the vehicle. 76 miles an hour.
10-4, that's 45, make sure you have hard cover.
10-4, we're going to try to get to this bridge right here in Charlotte. He's going to set them out. I'm going to set up in case he messes on.
10-4.
The pursuit continued through Charlotte, where several units blocked potential escape routes and deployed spike strips near the bridge area.
Past the cell barn before you get to the crossroads. Coming direct. Coming up past Shamrock, 87 miles an hour.
Newport, I'm set up to intercept here, 25 at North Charlotte Road. Let me in.
The suspect continued trying to evade capture, crossing into oncoming lanes and using narrow stretches of roadway to look for a way out.
North Charlotte Road, speed 70. Box run successful.
When the vehicle turned back onto Highway 25 North, C-45 saw the right moment and performed a decisive pit maneuver. The sedan spun sharply and rolled down the roadside embankment, stopping near the slope.
Pit, CNA North, CNA North, pit.
45, what's the location?
Go on down to Shamrock in case he doubles back to 20.
Newport, it's just about 2 miles north on North Charlotte Road.
This fast, you might want to roll first responders. Newport.
The driver admitted, "I ran because I have warrants." He was removed safely from the area, the vehicle was inspected, and the pursuit concluded with no serious injuries. Pulaski County, May 20th, 2023. Christopher Monroe, 42 years old, who had multiple active warrants and had twice fled from the Sherwood Police Department and the Arkansas State Police, was spotted by troopers driving a GMC Sierra Denali on United States Highway 67, 167. When officers attempted to stop him, Monroe immediately accelerated, struck a patrol unit, and fled, initiating a high-speed pursuit through Sherwood and North Little Rock, then onto Interstate 30 and into downtown Little Rock.
He's doing it.
Monroe pushed speeds over 120 miles per hour, weaving through heavy traffic and ignoring every stop signal, raising the danger by the minute.
Arch.
Down to Arch.
The climax came when Arkansas State Police were forced to perform a tactical vehicle intervention, pit maneuver, spinning the Denali and stopping it near Springer and Roosevelt, where Monroe was surrounded and taken into custody.
Looks like we're going to be going south on MLK.
So I got stuff. I'm trying to catch back up. Eastbound Roosevelt. Eastbound Roosevelt.
Eastbound Roosevelt.
Got it there, got it there.
Hit and roll over.
Eastbound Roosevelt, eastbound Roosevelt.
Eastbound Roosevelt.
Got a pig, got a roll over.
Hit and roll over.
I can't go that way, man. No, hey, that's the way you go. Stupid bitch. God damn it.
A search of the vehicle revealed more than 900 grams of various narcotics, a Taurus Judge 5.45 caliber firearm, cash, and distribution equipment. Monroe later entered a federal guilty plea, and on October 23, 2024, he was sentenced to 215 months in prison, more than 17 and a half years, plus 5 years of supervised release. West Memphis, November 28, 2023. While responding to an unrelated incident on the Hernando de Soto Bridge, Officer Byrd spotted Michael Marquis McCall driving a white Chevrolet Impala that passed him at more than 90 miles per hour on Interstate 40. When Byrd activated his emergency lights, McCall refused to stop, weaving through traffic and accelerating to over 100 miles per hour as he headed up the bridge. Seeing the danger to vehicles ahead, Bird executed a precise tactical vehicle intervention at mile marker 284, sending the Impala into the median barrier and bringing it to a stop.
PBR on the bridge. PBR, PBR, PBR. Keep your hands up, or I'll shoot you. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Turn around. Walk back to me.
McCall was removed safely from the vehicle. He smelled of intoxicants and an open beer can was found inside. Breath tests registered 0.14 and then 0.13. He was taken into custody on charges including felony fleeing, driving while intoxicated, reckless driving, speeding, no driver's license, no insurance, no registration, and failure to wear a seatbelt. West Memphis, Arkansas, July 12, 2023. The pursuit began when a gray Tesla, believed to be connected to a fleeing incident out of St. Francis County, appeared on Interstate 40 at nearly 100 miles per hour and continued making dangerous lane changes. When troopers attempted to slow down two Teslas traveling together, the driver, Williams, suddenly accelerated, passed on the left, weaved through traffic, and ignored all stop signals, forcing the Arkansas State Police to continue the chase. Williams stayed on Interstate 40, evaded a set of spike strips under the Ingram overpass, and kept increasing speed.
Alright, Travis, stopping up here, be careful.
Reporting market.
Yeah, somebody's spiked. He's still an overrider.
Go 40 on the shoulder, east go 40. Hit it. Go again, go again.
Alright.
Yeah, wait.
Two initial attempts at a tactical vehicle intervention were unsuccessful, but near mile marker 282, a precise pit maneuver spun the Tesla sideways. Williams still tried to accelerate and struck a patrol car before Trooper Hess ended the pursuit with a final controlled impact.
He hit 24's car. I ran me.
Williams and passenger Taylor were taken into custody. Marijuana and a digital scale were recovered from inside the vehicle. Taylor was charged with possession, while Williams faced multiple counts including fleeing, reckless driving, no insurance, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. The pursuit ended safely. Rogers, Arkansas, February 3, 2025. The driver, Zachary Joseph Lee Kennedy, was behind the wheel of a stolen black Toyota Corolla, driving with the lights off and going the wrong way, forcing Rogers police to end their initial pursuit due to extreme danger. Minutes later, Trooper Surratt located the vehicle again on Interstate 49, and Kennedy immediately accelerated to flee.
Be calling Whitaker, Arkansas, Adam David Williams, 90 Edward, at westbound.
Hey, request me.
Well, you go ahead and request Denton County. Wrong Champions Drive.
Yeah, you got the 28 in good pursuit.
The Corolla sped between 90 and 100 miles per hour through Pauline Whitaker, J.B. Hunt, and multiple roundabouts, repeatedly running red lights, turning the lights off, and steering directly toward police vehicles, greatly increasing the risk.
Trying to make his way back out.
Simple, is he still in the vehicle?
Yeah, Temple, we're still in pursuit.
Simple, he's still alive on.
Yeah, Temple.
Simple.
What's your 20?
Simple, we're still in place.
He's going the wrong way on Pauline Whitaker.
Simple, we're wrong way on Pauline Whitaker. Listening to your traffic, they have you different.
We're headed back north on 52nd now.
When Kennedy crossed the grass median to escape into the oncoming lanes, Surratt initiated a tactical vehicle intervention.
Rogers. TBI, unsuccessful, still rolling.
The second strike pushed the vehicle across the shoulder and into roadway signs, bringing it to a complete stop. Kennedy ran on foot but was later captured by Rogers Police Department. The female passenger sustained only minor injuries and was taken to a hospital. The vehicle was confirmed stolen, and Kennedy now faces multiple charges: fleeing, reckless driving, wrong-way driving, theft of property, and endangering a minor. Alma, Arkansas, November 28, 2023. Police received a report of a stolen Toyota Prius carrying Alyssa, a juvenile who was reportedly threatening self-harm, fleeing north on Highway 71. When Officer Williamson made contact, Alyssa struck a guardrail but continued accelerating, repeatedly crossing into oncoming lanes to pass vehicles. Her speed climbed beyond 120 miles per hour. sharply increasing the risk of a serious crash. Sergeant Alkier took over and decided to use a tactical vehicle intervention. The first impact pushed the Prius off the roadway and into a utility pole, but Alyssa still attempted to get back onto Highway 71.
Yeah, they got spikes all now.
A second tactical vehicle intervention forced the vehicle to stop after it collided with a road sign.
He ran him down the ditch. We got a powerful thing now. Come on, drive on the stairs. Hey, boy.
On the ground. On the fucking ground.
EMS confirmed Alyssa did not suffer major injuries, and she was released to her father for transport to a hospital for a psychological evaluation. The Prius was confirmed stolen out of Crawford County. Alyssa now faces multiple charges, including dangerous fleeing, theft of property, reckless driving, and exceeding 115 miles per hour.
31, are you, sir?
Hilliard, Ohio, January 10th, 2019. Hilliard officers received a report of a vehicle swerving on Interstate 270 during rush hour. Officer Trevor Gill quickly caught up, but the driver did not stop and continued drifting out of the lane, climbing onto the grass shoulder and nearly striking signs and other vehicles.
We're all over the road and into the grass. 657, just struck a sign, coming up the Tuttle. All 4 lanes.
Copy, if I can cut off target, where you guys at now?
657, we are coming up the Tuttle still. Now we're going 12 miles an hour.
Northbound or southbound?
Northbound, and they're taking the ramp to Tuttle, into the grass. Stand by.
Control 191.
They're stopped on the ramp for now. I'm not going to approach like another unit. We might start again. We're rolling again.
And we're going to the grass, through the median, back on a 270, cross the lane to travel here into the fast lane.
Back on the 270 northbound on the fast lane.
Seeing that the driver had lost control, Gill executed a controlled pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin sideways and come to a safe stop.
657, I just code 2'd it. We're stopped. We're going to need to shut the freeway down.
When officers approached, they discovered the 67-year-old driver was experiencing severe low blood sugar and had not intentionally tried to flee. He was treated by medics at the scene and suffered only minor scrapes. No charges were filed, and Gill's quick response was credited with preventing a major hazard on the busy interstate. Jonesboro, Arkansas, September the 28th, 2024. Police spotted a Dodge Ram traveling at 107 miles per hour on Highway 78 and immediately initiated a pursuit. The driver, Hotchkiss, briefly slowed at an intersection before running the red light, entering a residential area, and continuing to drive recklessly, crossing into oncoming lanes to pass vehicles.
They stopped.
Forward 20.
B78, Commerce. 1037.
10-4.
The Arkansas 028, Union King 0. Be a great Dodge Ram.
10-4, John 450, 53, 53, stay close.
Seeing that he refused to stop and the danger was increasing, officers executed a safe TVI.
TVI. Roll over.
The truck spun out, slid off the roadway, and struck a utility pole, snapping it in half and dropping power lines onto nearby parked vehicles.
Roll over.
10-4, 20.
Medium in front of Hatro.
Driver, open the door.
Hotchkiss was found unresponsive against the steering wheel but still breathing. Officers pulled him out, detecting the odor of intoxicants and locating an open alcohol bottle inside the truck. He was transported to the hospital and later transferred to Memphis due to a neck injury. Hotchkiss was charged with multiple offenses including fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, running a red light, driving while intoxicated, and first-degree criminal mischief. West Memphis, Arkansas, August 3rd, 2024. Oscar Block, 32 years old, a federally wanted fugitive, fled from a task force unit in West Memphis. During the escape, he rammed an agent's vehicle, nearly forced another car off the road, and attempted to drive the wrong way onto Interstate 55, forcing officers to block the ramp to prevent a major hazard.
Stay in the lane. Patrol vehicle, Sanger Boulevard, medium traffic.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm coming up behind some of y'all's units now, trying to catch up. Trying to work our way through some of this traffic. I'm just past Missouri.
Just right to right. Right to DCF unit.
Did he take 55? Third vehicle currently, where 114 westbound coming around the 271.
114,
As the pursuit shifted onto Interstate 40 West, Trooper Evans took over and decided to perform a decisive tactical vehicle intervention to protect the public. The strike sent the vehicle into a ditch where it rolled multiple times, ejecting both Block and passenger Patricia Morgan.
TVI. 1016, rollover. Multiple rollovers, 1016.
multiple rollovers, 1016. Do not let it rush that vehicle. We have ejection. We got the EMS for rescue and route.
Both remained conscious and were transported to a hospital for evaluation. Morgan stated she had pleaded with Block to stop, but he refused. Block now faces numerous charges, including dangerous fleeing, reckless driving, and driving with a suspended license. The pursuit ended with no civilian injuries. Little Rock, June 24th, 2022. Officer Freeman observed a BMW 535 driven by Isaiah D. Ross traveling at 86 miles per hour on Interstate 30 before accelerating away.
Had this vehicle approach from the rear, changing lanes, 86 miles an hour and 65. Slowed down and got over in the right lane.
Ross repeatedly changed lanes, ran red lights, and moved into oncoming lanes, showing signs of panic and a desperate attempt to escape.
Out of 30 road to 37. Taking University.
Taking University.
Clear. North on University. Light traffic speeds.
We're passing the PD area, please.
Speeds 100. Medium traffic.
Medium traffic speeds 100. Velocity inbound.
Turn east on Mapleville Occupied 2 times, 2 blocks now. Clear.
When the vehicle slowed unexpectedly near 53rd Street, Freeman seized the moment and performed a pit maneuver, causing the BMW to veer off course and come to a stop.
Coming back up University.
Spin car!
Ross fled on foot through a gas station and climbed a fence, forcing Freeman to return to the vehicle to ensure the passenger's safety. A search of the car revealed 21.6 grams of Xanax and a digital scale. Ross's family confirmed he had been the driver. The passenger was detained, while Ross faces multiple charges, including dangerous fleeing, reckless driving, endangering the welfare of a minor, and possession of a controlled substance. Baxter County, Arkansas, May 12, 2024. Police received a report of a stolen vehicle speeding on State Highway 5. When units approached, the driver, Vincent Walrath, immediately accelerated, drifted into the center lane, and nearly struck an oncoming patrol car. The vehicle entered the US 62-412 bypass, reaching speeds over 100 miles per hour. Multiple attempts at a TVI were made, but Walrath continued to maintain control, running red lights and making abrupt directional changes that showed clear panic as he tried to escape. Near Charles Blackburn, speeds again climbed to 100 miles per hour. A precise pit maneuver forced the vehicle off the right shoulder, causing it to roll into the roadside. Walrath was ordered out of the vehicle and taken into custody safely. He showed signs of being under the influence of a substance and was transported to Baxter Health for minor treatment before samples were taken and further procedures were completed. North Little Rock, March 22nd, 2025. Police spotted a vehicle driving blacked out, and when officers attempted to stop, the driver immediately fled, leaving Interstate 40 onto Military Drive and weaving through North Little Rock neighborhoods. Even with light traffic, the speed increased quickly, and the suspect kept changing direction, forcing North Little Rock Police Department and the Arkansas State Police to stay close behind.
K91 North Rock, ASP, can you take back over and go to approval?
Yeah, 10-4, I was. And this is, are they on our channel or are they still on PDASP? Okay, 10-4. Yeah, try to keep it inside. I was originally chasing on 40. He took military on me.
South on cam, light traffic. Coming up to 33rd, light traffic, still blacked out.
33rd, light traffic blacked out.
Going through 33rd is light, coming up to the 40 on-ramp. We're going to continue to Percy Bacon. Car number 2, speed 90, no traffic. That Taurus, you're going to move over. Let's take front.
As the vehicle headed toward Camp Robinson and then down Percy Machine Drive, the trooper saw that the driver was still determined to escape. A precise pit maneuver was executed, causing the vehicle to spin sideways and come to a stop.
DVI.
Don't you move, motherfucker! You're gonna catch it again!
The driver stepped out in a panicked state, repeatedly saying, "I was scared." Officers confirmed he was alone and secured him safely. The pursuit ended cleanly, with no serious injuries or danger to the public. Washington County, Arkansas, May 26, 2025. Brent Wright, who had an active felony warrant, was spotted driving a white SUV at high speed on Interstate 49 near exit 76. When officers activated their emergency lights to stop the vehicle, Wright immediately turned onto Wagon Wheel Road and accelerated, passing on double yellow lines and repeatedly driving into oncoming lanes.
Returning on a Hyundai NFA 252.
Yep, same thing. Temple. Southbound on 40th. slow. We'll be southbound on 1037, Matthew. 1037 southbound.
On Highway 40, Wright continued at 80 to 90 miles per hour, operating erratically and refusing to comply.
Traffic speed 65. This a roundabout? Not sort of.
Recognizing the increasing danger, Trooper Ramsey performed a controlled tactical vehicle intervention, bringing the SUV to a stop near the Bel Air area.
TBI. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Stop moving! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Hands! Stay right there! Stay right there!
Wright ran from the vehicle on foot but quickly fell and was taken into custody without incident. A check revealed he had an active warrant, was driving on a suspended license, and had no insurance. After being medically evaluated at the hospital, Wright was released to Washington County, where he now faces multiple traffic and criminal charges tied to the pursuit. North Little Rock, April 10th, 2025. Mary Weatherspoon, the driver of a silver Ford F-150, was pursued after weaving through traffic and ignoring traffic signals on McCain Boulevard. When officers observed the truck drifting across lanes, they activated their emergency lights in an attempt to guide the vehicle toward Landers Road to avoid the heavier traffic area. Instead, Weatherspoon immediately fled, forcing the North Little Rock Police Department to pursue her northbound.
And they asked for permission. Should get this in. I'm with them. They're pulling over for me to take primary. It'll be Oklahoma King out of Union 324. We're northbound on the service road at 65 miles an hour.
Once Trooper Riles was authorized to take over the lead position, he pulled his patrol vehicle alongside the truck and ordered her to stop. The suspect refused to comply, continued holding her phone, yelling, and making provocative gestures out the window while driving at approximately 65 miles per hour. Recognizing that her behavior was becoming increasingly unstable, Riles executed a precise tactical vehicle intervention just before the Landers-Trammell intersection, bringing the truck to a safe stop. Weatherspoon was taken into custody without further incident, and the scene was turned over to the North Little Rock Police Department to handle the resulting charges. Little Rock, Arkansas, September 17th, 2023. Donovan Whittington fled from a traffic stop on Interstate 30, speeding down Scott Hamilton Drive, and then Hilaro Springs Road at 90 miles per hour while traveling in the wrong lane of traffic.
We finally got this car stopped at the Hug and Haul. Hey, roll your back window down for me, all right? Can you hear me? Roll your back window down. All the way down, I can't see you. Keep going with it. I gotta be able to see in here. Going back. 30.
After turning onto Willow Springs Road and Highway 367, he accelerated to more than 100 miles per hour and ran the red light at Baseline Road. During the pursuit, passenger Shantricia Hill threw several items out of the window, including a large white bag and a dark-colored object.
Hey, just threw something out right there. I'm 414.
Near Harley Lane, Trooper First Class Williams executed a pit maneuver, sending the vehicle into a tree line and bringing it to a stop. Whittington ran into a nearby industrial area and disappeared. Hill suffered minor injuries, was transported for treatment, and was cited for not wearing a seatbelt and for discarding evidence. While searching the vehicle and surrounding area, officers recovered Whittington's wallet and phone, along with a rifle and the bag of drug paraphernalia that had been thrown earlier. A warrant for Whittington is currently being finalized. Eureka Springs, Berryville, Arkansas, December 30th, 2023. Driver Sullivan Gertz, born February 7th, 1983, fled from Madison County deputies, racing north on Highway 23 at high speed while weaving through traffic and passing other vehicles dangerously. The pursuit continued across Carroll County, looping from Eureka Springs to Berryville and then back again.
62, which way'd you go?
Still northbound, he's straight up 23. Passing 1100, 1000, minus 1000. Approaching Madison 1000, in the straight stretch, running 100 right now.
At the intersection of US 62 and East Mountain, Goetz slowed down and began changing directions repeatedly. Trooper Ramsey set up for a pit maneuver, but the suspect braked hard, causing the intervention to deflect and resulting in minor damage to the patrol vehicle.
He just brake checked both of us. It's a black passenger car. Adam Charles, I can get so far. Coming up on 207.
Goetz then abandoned the car and ran into the wooded area beside the roadway, forcing officers to chase him down a hillside. He was quickly taken into custody without resistance, and his preliminary breath test registered Toljo 37. The vehicle contained several open liquor containers and was towed from the scene. Goetz was turned over to Madison County to face his pending charges.